Welcome to our deep dive into the life of one of history's most iconic leaders, Winston Churchill. From his early days to his lasting legacy, let's explore the key moments that defined him. Born in the twilight of the 19th century, Churchill's life would span a period of immense change, witnessing the rise and fall of empires, the dawn of new technologies, and the horrors of global conflict. Yet, amidst this tumult, he would rise to become a beacon of defiance, a symbol of unwavering resolve in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. Join us as we trace the footsteps of this complex and controversial figure, delving into the experiences that shaped his character, the beliefs that fueled his actions, and the legacy he etched onto the tapestry of history. Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill, a name synonymous with leadership and determination, entered this world on the 30th of November 1874. Born into the grandeur of Blenheim Palace, his lineage traced back to the Duke of Marlborough, a lineage steeped in military prowess and political influence. Yet, young Winston's early life was far from idyllic. Despite his privileged upbringing, he faced the challenges of a distant father and a strained relationship with his American mother. This early sense of detachment, however, fostered in him a fierce independence, a drive to prove himself on his own terms. This inner fire led him to the Royal Military College at Sandhurst, embarking on a military career that would take him to the far reaches of the British Empire. From the battlefields of India to the Sudan, Churchill honed his courage and strategic acumen, witnessing firsthand the complexities of global politics and the human cost of conflict. These formative experiences, etched into his very being, would later serve him well on the world stage. In 1900, at the tender age of 26, Churchill embarked on a new battlefield, one fraught with political intrigue and ideological clashes: the British Parliament. His maiden voyage into this arena began as a conservative, aligning himself with the party of his father. However, Churchill was never one to be confined by tradition or party lines. His unwavering belief in social justice and his progressive views on issues such as labour reform put him at odds with the conservative old guard. This dissonance, this internal struggle between loyalty and conviction, led him to make a momentous decision. In 1904, he crossed the floor of the House of Commons, joining the Liberal Party, a bold move that shocked the political establishment and cemented his reputation as a man of principle, unafraid to challenge the status quo. This period of his life, marked by political manoeuvring and ideological exploration, laid bare the complexities of his character, showcasing a man driven by a deep sense of conviction, always in pursuit of what he believed to be right, even when it meant defying expectations and forging his own path. As the shadow of war loomed over Europe once more, Churchill's warnings about the rising threat of Nazi Germany went largely unheeded. His unwavering stance against appeasement, his clear-sighted recognition of the danger posed by Hitler, marked him as a voice in the wilderness, often criticized for his hawkish views. Yet he remained resolute, convinced that the path of appeasement would only embolden the Nazi war machine. In 1940, with Britain on the brink of disaster, his moment of truth arrived. Neville Chamberlain, the architect of appeasement, resigned, leaving a power vacuum at the helm of a nation facing its darkest hour. It was in this crucible of conflict, in this hour of desperation, that Winston Churchill stepped forward to lead. Chapter 4. On May 13, 1940, Winston Churchill addressed the nation as Prime Minister for the very first time. His words, imbued with a raw honesty that resonated with the British people, offered not promises of swift victory, but a solemn vow of resilience, a pledge to fight for every inch of their island home. "We shall fight on the beaches," he declared, his voice booming across the airwaves, reaching into the homes and hearts of a nation bracing for the onslaught. "We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender." These words, infused with an unwavering spirit, galvanized a nation, transforming fear into defiance, despair into determination. Churchill, with his booming voice and unshakable resolve, became the embodiment of British resistance, a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. His wartime speeches, masterpieces of rhetoric and emotional resonance, served as a lifeline to a nation under siege. Chapter 5. Even amidst the maelstrom of war, Churchill's brilliance extended beyond the political arena. His lifelong passion for the written word, his mastery of language, found expression in a prolific literary career. From his early days as a war correspondent, documenting his experiences on the front lines, to his later works of historical analysis and memoir, Churchill's writing showcased a keen intellect and a profound understanding of the human condition. His literary achievements culminated in 1953 with the awarding of the Nobel Prize in Literature. This prestigious honor, bestowed upon him for his mastery of historical and biographical description, as well as for brilliant oratory and defending exalted human values, cemented his place not only as a titan of politics, but also as a master wordsmith, his legacy forever enshrined in the annals of both history and literature. Chapter 6. Winston Churchill, the man who led Britain through its darkest hour, left behind a legacy as complex and multifaceted as the man himself. He was a staunch defender of democracy, a bulwark against tyranny, yet his critics point to his views on race and empire, views that stand in stark contrast to the values of equality and justice he so passionately espoused. To truly understand Churchill, one must grapple with the entirety of his life, acknowledging both the light and shadow that shaped his actions and beliefs. He was a product of his time, a time when the British Empire, though in decline, still cast a long shadow across the globe. His views on colonialism, often tinged with a paternalistic perspective, reflect the prevailing attitudes of his era, yet it is also crucial to remember that he was instrumental in dismantling the very empire he once defended, recognizing the winds of change sweeping the world and the need for Britain to adapt. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Winston Churchill. His legacy continues to inspire and provoke thought, reminding us of the complexities of leadership and history. We have explored his triumphs and his failures, his strengths and his flaws, coming to understand that even the most iconic figures are, in the end, human, shaped by the currents of their time. As we reflect on Churchill's life and legacy, let us remember that history is not a collection of simplistic narratives, but rather a tapestry woven from countless threads, each representing the complexities of human experience. May Churchill's story serve as a reminder that leadership, like life itself, is rarely black and white, but rather a spectrum of greys filled with difficult choices and imperfect solutions.